Okay, hey, I see one of you on here. Hey, we're the early birds. It's Mary. Listen, the early birds get the worm. That's us. Hey, Krista. Listen, thanks to myself for remembering because my memory is the worst. Hey, Terry. I'll put your YouTube out there when people start coming so everybody can see it. Y'all, if y'all have never met Yarn Joy Podcast, that is Terry, and she is a master crocheter. Let me just tell you. If you crochet, you need to check out her channel because she can do it all. Hey, Rainy. I hope y'all people brought something to talk about today. I always feel like I don't have anything to contribute to my own life. I'm waiting to get some inspiration from y'all. Oh, okay. So, and look right here, Terry. You see where my finger is? There is no man in a mask. You see? I'll tell that story when we get more people on here. That way I have something to talk about. But those two are together. And so, oh, listen, we had nasty rain yesterday. And today at 1:00, matter of fact, right now, we're supposed to be getting a heavy wind advisory in effect. So I hadn't heard anything yet, but it's supposed to go until like 1:00 tonight. It's supposed to have been raining some today too, but it really hadn't. My backyard is a swamp, though, I can tell you that. Working through lunch. I hate wind too. It scares me. And my backyard, it's not our trees. My neighbors behind me, they have these 5,000 feet tall, skinny pine trees that when the wind blows, they're just scare me to death. If one in their backyard fell, it would reach over to our house. They're that tall. It would crush our garage out there. They scare me. I wish they'd have them cut down. The only tree we have is the giant water oak in the front. Because when he graded the backyard, he took every tree I had. Every tree I had. And I told him, you don't lay a finger on my water oak. I said, you might take the rest of them, but you're not getting my water oak. That thing was planted when we moved here in 1971, when my mama and my brother's daddy were married and they had the house built. So, because I live in the house that I grew up in, well, from the age of 10, 9, and it was planted then. And now it is a humongous tree. It provides shade, birds. You're not getting my tree. Bright and sunny in the 70s. Listen, you'll be having summertime before you know it where you're at, which I won't divulge, even though I know. Hey, Paula. Oh, well, hey, neighbor. Liberty, South Carolina. How far is that from Charlotte? Oh, do you, Mary? Yeah, we bought this one from Mama back in 98. We lived in a mobile home that was too small for us and the two kids. And she lived in this house that was too big for her by herself. So we bought her house and she took our mobile home. But she lives with my brother now. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. David used to stop in Greenville on one of his runs. Glad you got to come today. Anything and everything. Who knows, Terry? It is just freight of all kinds. I guess in the trucking industry, FAK is freight of all kinds, freight all kinds. He just hauls just whatever they're shipping. He takes it to the Atlanta terminal, and then they're sitting down there waiting on him because what he's bringing them, they got to break it and put it on the trucks to send out in the morning. So they're standing on their heads waiting on him. He gets out the gate laid up here or runs into construction traffic or anything like that. They're like, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? He's like, dude, I'll get there when I get there. Which he prides himself on being on time. But when things, are out of his control, he's just like, I'll be there, So it's just whatever they're shipping out. It could be, you name it. You name it. It could be on that truck. No, it is not a reefer. And we're not talking about the kind you smoke. A refrigerator truck is a reefer, by the way. But he hauls pups. That's when you have two trailers together. So every night he hauls pups. And there's without a doubt hazardous material on the trailers. Yeah, they are, Terry. That's just short for refrigerated. Oh, well, you wave. I'll see you. Well, there's Miss Patricia. I'm doing good. Where are you cruising at? Where are you going? I'm not. I will never go on a cruise because I'm too scared. I'm scared, terrified. Yes, you are. You're learning something today. What did he tell me when I? Whenever I called him from the grocery store because I forgot to ask him if he needed cereal, and so I called him because I looked at the cereal. I'm like, oh, let me call him and see if he needs some cereal. So I called and I was saying something, and I didn't get my sentence finished right, and he goes, "What did he tell me? Come back." Or something like that. I'm like, dude, I am not on the CB radio. He was talking trucker language to me. I'm like, dude, ain't one of your trucker buddies on the CB. Miami cruising to, okay, I know that's Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel, Mexico, celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary. I can't wait. That's how she said it. I read it just like you said it, didn't I, Paula? I can't wait. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time and happy anniversary. Me and David will be 29 this year. Hey, Barb, you're not late. We're just getting started. We are talking about trucks. Does anybody else in here ever been on a cruise? Me and Terry's not going. David would go. He'd go tomorrow if I'd say, yeah, let's do it. He would. I'm terrified to be on one of those big ships in the ocean. I've been deep sea fishing one time. No, excuse me. I have been deep sea fishing 2 times. My first and my last. No. It was just I have I guess you could say deep-seated control issues. I like to know when I'm out in the middle of the ocean and I can't see land around me and I just see this ocean, it makes me almost want to throw up sitting here thinking about it. I can't do it. No, no heights. Mm-mm. Oh, Barb, you been to the Virgin Islands? Now, see, I would visit these places if I could like get there some other way, but I declare I believe it's going to be around forever. It's going to be the next flu. Oh, Christy, you like to cruise? Oh, well, that's true. Your hotel travels with you. Kind of like being on a gigantic RV on the ocean. Listen, I used to like to camp. Me and RJ's daddy, we camped every year. That was our thing. And every year we listen. Yes. Well, we don't go to Myrtle no more because Myrtle is dangerous. We go to North Myrtle. We like Cherry Grove in particular. We're fans of Cherry Grove. I want to go to North Carolina beaches because they're so beautiful. I just want to go to the beach, period. Just period. But what was I just saying? Somebody tell me what I was just saying. Oh, how we used to like to camp. Not me and David, me and my RJ's daddy. Every year, because we didn't have anything. So, I mean, we were, you could consider us poor, but we had camping. That was our thing. Every year, we would have one big camping trip, and every year we would buy one new thing to add. And I mean, I had the kitchen tent set up. I mean, it was bomb. I had all the little tips and tricks, and oh my God, it was wonderful. There was the last thing we bought, I can't remember what it was, and that was like the last big thing we needed. That's the year that's the year we separated. And I never got to use it, never got to camp again. Yep. We camped in tents, took the boat, went out, stayed fishing all the time. And it was fun. We loved it. Matter of fact, over here on my little bulletin board, I got a picture of RJ when he was maybe, oh gosh, 6, holding a crappie he had caught, kissing it. Like that was on one of our camping trips. Flying to Puerto Rico was the worst part. I hate flying. I was like, Barb, I ain't flying neither. If you got to get there on a boat or a plane, I ain't going. If I can't go in my car, I ain't going on no bus neither just because I ain't using the bathroom on the bus. I ain't. So if I can't get there in my car, I pretty much ain't going. But that's what I was saying a while ago. Deep-seated control issues. I like to control. That's what I like to. David's a professional driver. He drives a truck. He drives how many pounds? I know there's like 80,000 pounds in your typical rig and trailer, combo, but it's his tractor and 2 pups. I don't know how many pounds he carries every night. He's responsible for that. He's an excellent driver, but I still like to drive when it's me and him. So go figure. Well, hey Donna, yes you did. Oh, do you, Terry? Listen, you can do that in a big truck, like husband and wife. When you retire, get your own rig, called a large car. There you go. Get you a large car and just travel, picking up loads and travel the United States, taking loads. And if you're a truck driver like your husband, then you can go even faster because one can sleep while the other's driving. You don't have to stop and take overnights, unless you just want to. But You ain't doing that neither. I like my craft room too much. I watched a lady one time doing junk journals, and she did them on the road. She traveled with her husband in his truck, and she took her crafting supplies with her, and she would make junk journals out of the trash that she would collect because she couldn't carry a whole bunch of craft supplies with her. She just had the bare necessities, and so she would make junk journals out of her trash and her junk, which, I put trash in mine, so I thought it was pretty interesting. Yes, you would have to take your yarn, Terry. You could not go without your yarn. You couldn't do it. And forget that turbulence, Barb. We're not doing it. Oh yes, and the grandbaby. Speaking of the grandbaby, Jacob and Holly was here today. Oh my gosh, that little boy. I say it every time. He's so smart. He's starting to say words, but he knows so much sign language. He can just communicate all through sign language. He amazes me. The things that she has taught him, she has just taught him so much. And she's always like she said today, she said they were having like some kind of meltdown about something yesterday. I don't know. Because he wouldn't eat his muffin. He needed to get in the bathtub. And she's like, she got down on his level and talked to him, this is how it's going to be. And this is why, blah, 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 blah. But she has taken so much time with him and taught him so much. Roy. Oh, hey, Roy. What you going shopping for? Groceries? Marcia, you did figure it out. Are you going fun shopping or grocery shopping? Because first of all, I know you're cheap. So probably it ain't fun shopping. Lou. It probably ain't fun shopping, is it, Roy? It's probably grocery shopping. I ain't telling nothing on Roy. He don't tell on himself. He'll tell you on his channel he's cheap. Well, Susie's my neighbor. Not really, but close enough. I've met Susie several times. We've had lunch, or breakfast, I should say. We have breakfast. Grocery shopping, because we're about out of everything. First of the month, and I am cheap. See, I told you. He said on his channel, I ain't saying nothing that he didn't want to be told, because he told it himself first. Roy, you would die if you ever got addicted to the Dollar Tree. You can't be cheap and be addicted to the Dollar Tree. Well, I mean, you go to the Dollar Tree because you are cheap, but the many times that you go, it's not cheap. You know that video that just popped up before we came live? I'd sitting here and edited it last night, scheduled it, put it up, and I went to answer some comments before we got on here, and there was no comments. I'm like, oh, well, I guess nobody liked my video. So I pulled it up. It said no views. I'm like, nobody's looked at my video? I had it set for next Friday. So I just went ahead and made it public right away. Oh, listen, David he's not cheap, but he can save money like nobody's business. Well, hey, Miss Sandy. Well, oh, yeah. Like a squirrel. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Have you seen my videos, Roy? Who gets carried away in the Dollar Tree? This girl. I don't know if you saw my response the other week. I said we need to meet up and have breakfast again. Oh, they have cool stuff for tier trays. They've got a $9 for 18 eggs. Whew. I just paid $7.92 for 30 eggs at Food Line. That's what I paid Wednesday. Hey Lou, since you're old hat at this, you want to put up everybody's what am I trying to say? YouTube. Put up Terry's Yarn Joy podcast and Roy's and Sandy's. Would you do that for me, darling? Oh my darling, oh my darling. You better know you better get it. Okay, y'all talking fast. Let me get up in here. Oh, you got COVID at the hospital? Well, that's probably about the place you would get it. Get something when you're in the hospital. 18 eggs for $6 at BJ's. Yeah, we have a BJ's, Roy. We used to be members, but we're not anymore. Give me a oh, hold on. Did you get it? Y'all behave, because Lou is now my bouncer. See that wrench beside her name? She will jack you up. Right? Okay, now I tell y'all every time I say we're going to have a live, give me some questions. Give me a topic. Tell me something. I can't be sitting here thinking of something to say. I need y'all to help me. Yeah, y'all better straighten up. Y'all better act like somebody. That's what I used to tell RJ when he would go to school. I would take him to school. He only rode the bus 1 year. And the rest of the time, I always took him to school. And he'd be getting out. I'd tell him, okay, you better act like somebody. Margaret, good question. I studied special ed. I could kick myself in the rear end for not finishing, but I didn't have my head on straight. I did not have the proper mindset. You have to have a proper mindset in college, just like you do in this whole diet business. I wanted to be a special ed teacher. I wanted to be a special ed teacher really bad, but I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I never made it. I regret it. They say don't have no regrets, but I regret that. Well, thanks for stopping by, Roy. Buy something good to make a good video with. That's exactly where it come from, Mary. If my health was any better, I probably would have gone back to school years ago, but I had jobs. I did the mortgage loan processing, so I did those jobs, and then my health just went kaplooey, and that ship has just sailed. Barb, I'm not. I can't tell anybody what to do. I don't think the sweeteners I use do have it in it, but I don't use it every day. I don't use it in my coffee. I don't use it in my tea. I don't eat a sweet every day. So I think what little bit I cook with it, I feel fine. That's my personal feeling, is I feel fine about it. Okay, bye, Sandy. Any more questions? Oh, my owl. Yes, Donna, that's what I think. My owl pictures. Okay, so if y'all notice this one right here, I don't know how clear it is. I just don't know how, my laptop is not that clear, so I don't know how clear this is that y'all are looking at. But that picture back there, and then this one right here in the mirror, it was right here in front of me. I had got those shoe storage bags that goes under your bed from the Dollar Tree. Let me tell you, I think I told y'all the other day, unless you plan on putting something other than shoes in it, don't get it for shoes, because they're not compartments. They're weird. I just had to cut the the dividers out. They weren't even attached to the bottom. They're very weird. Cut them out and use them as just one open container. And I was putting clothes in there that I have bought that I need to grow into, as in grow out of the big ones into the smaller ones, right? So I pushed it up under the bed and I hit something. I'm like, what's under my bed? I don't have nothing under my bed. Sebastian's bed, yes. My bed, no. Pulled it out. I'm like, well, what is in this big old black garbage bag? So I felt it. I could feel it was a canvas. I pulled it out. It was these two owl pictures I had bought years ago at Goodwill for $4.99 each. I forgot they were even under there. So I did what I said last week on live I would never do, and take Steven Tyler down. There's no Steven Tyler in that mirror because there's my pretty owl picture. I took my new poster down from the Dollar Tree, put it up over there, so I feel good about it. I like them. Let's see. Let me see. I'm catching up. Oh, well, that's nice, Mary. Oh, did you, Deborah? I honestly think I would have been too. I'm not trying to go like toot or nothing, but I do too. I don't know, Marcia. It just happened. It's just like one day, boom, you got lymphedema in your legs. I don't know what that's about. Some people get it in their arms. I had when I would got wrapped that first time, people would be coming and getting their arms wrapped, and they would have to wear compression on their arms because their arm would be like big and swole because you have all these lymph nodes, in all these different places. So I don't know what caused it, Marcia. I really just don't. Oh, really? Did they have it in their breast or like in their arms? Or they had the breast cancer that brought on the lymphedema? Is that what you're saying? Isn't that something? It's aggravating, I'll tell you that, but what you gonna do? Listen, it very well could be, Deborah. You're to ask your doctor about that. I mean, if it's considerably bigger, that would be an option of, the cause is lymphedema. And it's not like lymphedema, like it's caused from your lymph system. Your lymph node's not working right. It's not like, oh, I ate too much sodium and my leg is swole. Well, you can do that. I can eat too much sodium and swell, but that's not why my legs swell. They swell just because the lymph system is just not operating properly. You're right, Donna. Follow the money on anything. You just follow the money. Well, I didn't follow it, but the dude did it, so I'm glad they found him guilty. I don't consider that politics. I don't discuss religion and I don't discuss politics because, like I've said many times before, I don't think we need to know each other's religious affiliations or political affiliations to be friends and to support each other. You can talk about it all you want. I mean, you can divulge whatever you want to divulge about yourself. That's fine. And I won't judge it and I won't do anything with it other than say, okay, that's my friend so and so and that's their life. But as far as me, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't on my channel. What other people do, and then that works for them, and that's fine. But for me, it just does not work. We're supposed to, Deborah. Who knows, Paula? I ain't tracking, except today. Now, that's what I say, Marcia. You got that right, Jason. Lou, put up the Average J's channel. Keep it out. Let's keep it out. But Paula, because I was tracking after surgery religiously, I tracked up until probably a month ago, which I'm not good with time because when you don't work, all the time runs together. But I did start back today because today I started filming what I eat in a day. I can't remember who, somebody made a comment about having maybe an accountability partner. So I can't remember what it was. And I was like, when I made my what I ate videos, that helped me stay accountable because I knew if I ate it, I had to show you. And so knowing that I would have to show you what I eat is enough to keep me out of them tater chips. And then if I do, like before, when I used to film them before when I was on Weight Watchers, if I ate crap, I showed it. Here's the crap I ate. So if I eat it, I'll show it. And it's a good deterrent to say, don't eat it because you don't want to show it because it's embarrassing to, go off so bad. So I've done really well today and I filmed it. And whether it'll be something that takes on and keeps going or just something to help me get over this hurdle to get me back on track. So right now I don't know the calories I'm eating because I haven't been tracking. I mean, I do today, like I said, but yeah, we're supposed to have a wind advisory starting at 1 o'clock until 1 o'clock tonight. Mary, if I tell you, I don't want you to get discouraged because it took me, I'll say my 100 pounds, I'm 3 away, 4 years. And almost all of that was on my own, not after surgery. It was before surgery on my own, which I consider this basically on my own because it is up in here. But that's just, trying this plan, that plan, the other plan, and not really quitting, but quitting. Not quitting, but taking breaks. And I just never could get a groove. If you find that one thing, y'all take my advice. If you find the one thing that works for you, stick with it. I don't even care what your doctor says because my doctor got me off kilter about 2 years ago when I was doing low carb. And I mean, I was doing low carb good. That's what I'm supposed to be doing now. I was doing it good. She said, no, do the Mediterranean diet. So when I come off a low carb, I mean, it messed up my groove. I could not do the Mediterranean diet. It was not for me. We could not eat that way. I never gained my footing. And I'm not making an excuse. I'm just telling you, I never gained my footing again. Never. Not one good solid time. So she knocked me off my groove. So that's what I say. If your doctor tells you to change, if you're losing weight and what you're doing and your blood work is fine and you're actually losing the weight, which losing the weight is going to in turn help your blood work get better, just keep doing what you're doing. Talk to your doctor about it. They got the medical degree, whatever. But if you get Mary, if you're on something and you get onto something that's working for you, stick with it, honey. Don't try nothing else. Even if it's going slow, if it's working for you, keep going. Oh Lord, we got Miss Dish with D in the house. What am I? Hey Julie, what am I missing? Y'all talking amongst yourself. Oh, Terry, be glad they didn't have them because, honey, you will get addicted. I sent my last ones home with Holly. She was up in here today. I sent them with her, and she sat over there, and her and Jacob ate them. I'm like, you just eat them. I'm not coming for them at all. Hey, Antonia. Yes, Denise, it did mess with my mojo. 100%. It made me second guess what I knew. You you couldn't be telling the truth anymore right now. Yes, that Mediterranean diet is for the birds. Hey, Ann, the doctors, they know linear facts. The Mediterranean diet must be good for everybody. No, nothing's good for everybody. Nothing. All of us here in this room right here, there's something different that's good for all of us. We can't just put us all in one little box. There's lots of little boxes around that we belong in. But the doctors, they tend to think, oh, well, if it's good for one person, it must be good for everybody. That's couldn't be farther from the truth. Hey, Momo. No, they say if it comes off slow, you're more apt to keep it off. It's just I get so impatient. Even when I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, it was going slow. So even though I'm messing up and it's going slow because I'm messing up, which I did have a loss in February, at least it wasn't big like I wanted it to be. But even when I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, even on liquids, when I was just on liquids diet for 2 weeks, I didn't do any good. So I don't know. You tell me. Turtles win in the long run. Oh, Marcia. Marcia. How many times have you heard how many times have you heard that in your life? That just automatically came out. That would be hard. Chocolate peanut butter. You know, I took that Ozempic for a while there, and my doctor, she tried to get me on what's the one that's right above Ozempic? That's the stronger version of Ozempic. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. And my insurance wouldn't cover it, but they covered this one. And she gave it to me. She prescribed it for my diabetes, I think, but she gave it to me for weight loss. Wegovy, yeah. That's the one. My nephew's a doctor. He says they don't know. Just guess. Hey, put up Denise's channel as if everybody don't know it. Yes, Terry, you did a whole lot better than me. Me and Terry were Ozempic buddies, and she's lost more on it than I did. Oh, my ink. I was like, ink? What are we talking about? Jason. Well, it is all upper body because my legs have the lymphedema in them and they swell and then they bust open. So it's not a good idea to ink my legs. Otherwise, they would be covered too. I don't have any on my back. So I'm either going to have to finish this shoulder out, and I got a spot right here. And then I've got like a little bitty spot right here. But yeah, it's all above the waist. I know what you mean, Marcia. It's like you just have to pick your battles. Do you want to do this battle or do you want to do that battle? That's all it comes down to. Which one you can be the most comfortable with. Oh, one fella. He's the only one that's ever tattooed me. Only one young man. He did my first one, and I've never let anybody else tattoo me other than him. I get discounted rates because of it too. Plus, I'm old enough to be his mama, so. My brother was on Ozempic, and his insurance, they quit paying for it. Quit paying for it. He gained all his weight back. Oh. I have been Mary. I have been told in my life that I cackle like a hen. Y'all have never heard the cackling laugh. I don't think. Have you? Have you heard the the cackling one? Because it can get carried away sometimes. As Popeye would say, I am who I am. I say I'm an acquired taste. That's why my channel will never take off, because I am an acquired taste. I'm not for everybody. I'm just not. And I know that, and I'm fine with that. Well, look at there, Miss Kathy. You remembered. I would like to too, Barb, but I think with this weight loss surgery, I won't never get off the Prilosec, because the surgery itself can cause acid reflux, and I already had it and took Prilosec for it. So I think they'll probably keep me on it forever. Oh, Mary, that's sweet. I'm not refined. So I would never draw a refined crowd. Not saying y'all are rowdy. I know you are. Yeah, I know what you mean, Terry. If I forget to take my medicines in the morning, one day at a time, you got that, girl. Listen, Denise, they ain't a refined bone in my body. No, they don't, Jason. Oh my Lord. They do not. I was not. The way I was raised, I was just raised just a good old girl. The equivalent of a good old boy. I was just raised a good old girl. No, it ain't, Marcia. Refined is boring. Boring. It's more fun to kick up a ruckus. Listen, let me tell you, this boy got behind me at Goodwill yesterday. He had to be every bit of 6'7". He had to be. He had to be tall and skinny. And we were standing there talking, because I'll talk to anybody. And how the subject come up? He said he called his wife to ask could he get something. I looked at him. I say, "You call your wife to ask her, can you have something?" He said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." Like, what are you talking about? He goes, "She controls the purse strings." He said, "I call her up and say, can I have so and so? And she tells me I can. I get my allowance and I go about my business." I'm like, and he was young. He was a young man. I looked at him. I'm like, okay. He said, "She's an accountant." I said, oh, then she's going to control the money. But You got to call her up and ask her. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I did. Okay. You know what? I better back that up because I did call David yesterday and ask him, did he want them steaks? I did not take it upon myself to buy 6 packs of ribeyes if he didn't want 6 packs of ribeyes in the freezer, since he does buy the groceries. I mean, I shop for him, but he pays for them. So I thought I would at least give him that courtesy, you know. So, but I don't call and ask him, can I get milk or something like that? Well, Miss Susan's in the house. Listen, Lou, I don't know. I'll tell you what. Listen, I know you probably didn't see my grocery haul, Jason, but I hit the jackpot on meat markdowns. See, they mark them down whenever I do a Walmart pickup and then I go inside the food line. It's like right in the line of the same time that they do their mark meat downs. So I got lucky this week. Ended up with ribeyes like half price. I mean, I'm talking some nice ribeyes. A couple of them were fatty, which I like, but good deal. Good deal. Oh, Anne. You know what? It is fun to be 60 and adorable. Yes, Miss Sylvia. Yes, I did. Did I do them? No, ma'am, I did not. I had one of my best friends from high school. She's a nurse. She come and did them for me for 2 weeks. Yes, Lord. When they told me in the hospital I was gonna have to give myself an injection in my belly, I said, I ain't gonna do it. They said, well, you have to. I said, well, I ain't gonna do it. I said, you better get somebody to come to my house. Well, they're not gonna send out no home health for that. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna do it. I just told them. So I got a hold of my friend and she said, yep. So she come every morning before work and every evening after work and come give me my shots. Hey, Miss Janice and Miss Janelle. Listen, Sylvia, I, I I gave myself the Ozempic shots, but I did it in my thigh, and that needle is so tiny you can't hardly see it, and you definitely can't feel it. But and I ain't trying to scare you, but this is an actual needle. Now it's not this long. It's, I don't know, maybe yay long, but you have to like stick it in and hit the plunger. So it's not, I mean, you have to. It's a shot. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I could not do it. I couldn't do it. So if you're planning on having the surgery, go ahead and start finding you a friend right now, somebody that can come and give the shots to you, because you are, unless they do something different with your surgery, you are going to have to take them. It's for blood clots. No. And, well, yeah. Ozempic's like an EpiPen. I was going to say these shots were not. It's something for blood clots, Kathy. Oh, I couldn't do it. Listen, I wouldn't let David. They asked me, could your husband do it? I said, nope, nope. He's a truck driver. He works on 18 wheelers. He used to own his own company and had his own trucks. And him and his daddy worked on them and fixed them. He's used to working on with wrenches this big. He's a man. He is not gingerly. He give me no shot. Nope. Yeah. Whew, Janice, not me. Can't do it. I have to take calcium citrate, and I have to take a multivitamin. But then on my own, because of my blood work, I also, that's just for the surgery. Because I had weight loss surgery, I had to take those the rest of my life. But I also take iron and potassium just because I'm chronically low. See, that's where these go in the belly, Sylvia. Let me give you a hint. If he does it, then he knows how. But get you a good pinch, pinch it up, and then stick it. Don't just stick it when it's just flaccid, because then it hurts. If you don't pinch it up, take my advice and be prepared. You're going to be bruised. It's going to bruise you. It's going to bruise you. Really, Janelle? Um, what was that once? I had something. It's been so long, Anne. Y'all know how my memory is. Hey, Lori. Oh, well, that's nice, Vicky. That's very nice. Enjoy your day, and Patricia, you enjoy your day too. Um, Seemed like there was one side effect, or either I didn't have a side effect. Terry, do you remember? Did I have side effects? Me and Terry were Ozempic buddies. Did I have side effects? I can't remember. Oh, go get your coffee, girl. Go get it. Listen, okay, that's what I was thinking. Did I have any or did I not? No, Ann, I did not have any side effects. Terry reminded me. Listen, if David come at me with a needle, I'd punch him before he got to me. No, he wouldn't touch me. I don't know if he could or not. I don't know. He gets kind of squeamish about things. I don't know if he could do it anyway. What's your birthday, Lou? What did I miss? I missed something. Oh, I missed it. On April the 4th, the day after your birthday. Oh, that's coming up. That's not long, Sylvia. You want to know the worst part? The only bad part was the gas that got trapped. If y'all watched my videos updating afterwards, I couldn't hardly talk for breathing like that because the gas was just moving up because they fill your body cavity, and oh my gosh, that was the worst part. The surgery part, the stitches, none of that hurt. None of it. It was wonderful. Oh, well, that's good, Janelle. That I do remember that, Terry. It did not help with my appetite. My brother, he would come over here when he was on it. He wouldn't hardly eat a thing. I'm like, don't do that to me. Look, gastric bypass hadn't done that with me. It ain't done nothing to my appetite. My appetite is just as big as it always was, and they say that's why I quit that Facebook group because people are like, oh well, I just can't eat, and oh I'm so sick and I'm full. I don't have none of that. I don't. I'm still hungry. I still want food. Now I do stop before I get sick. I know there's a threshold, there's a line, and you better not cross it because then you're going to have dumping syndrome because there is only so much it can hold. And I have crossed over that threshold a couple times. So I know it's not a fun feeling. But my mind and my taste buds and my belly, yeah, my belly, whichever one of it is, the one that's up here attached and the one down here that's attached, whatever, still wants food. An open surgery. What's an open surgery, Sylvia? What does that mean? A lobotomy, Marsha. Oh, I see. Oh, really? They did mine laparoscopically. Yeah, you gotta fight it in your head. Oh, heck yeah, Kathy. Sure enough do. They told us your taste buds are gonna change. That's what them people on the Facebook are saying. Oh, my taste buds changed. No, mine didn't. Hell no. They did not. My taste buds did not change. My hunger did not change. Ain't nothing changed except the knowledge that I have a small pouch in here and I can only eat so much. What I want didn't change. Getting off a track, eating the crap I've been eating, nothing changed. Yeah, the head's harder than the belly. Oh, Sylvia, I see. Then you're going to have a lot different recovery than I had. Yours will be a lot different. Listen, if you can't get your head in the game, you're not going to play very well. That's for sure. That's why I started doing that. What I eat today, trying to force myself, force my head back in the game, force my hand. So that's why I'm doing it. 7 days. Oh my word. Well, I wish you well. See, my head tells me all the time, eat, go eat, find something to eat. My head's always telling me to eat, always. I could eat right now. I, there's hardly ever a time that I could not eat. Sometimes after I have a meal, I feel full. Not always. I stop when I know I'm supposed to stop. And sometimes I feel full. Sometimes I stop because I feel full. It does happen. It's a rare occasion, but it does happen. Like last night at supper, I just had to stop because I felt it. They say they tell you to stop before you feel full. Well, I'm still working on that. That's a hard one. But even though I just ate, I can go over and sit down and think, I sure could eat something else, knowing I better not because then I'd probably throw up. But my head still wants to eat. I'll tell you another thing about that, Ann. My mama, years ago, she got sick and she lost her smell and her taste, and she never got it back. And I told her, I said, well, that'd probably be the easiest way to lose weight. She said, nope. She said, it is hard because you're searching for something to feel that satisfaction of the taste and that, like say chocolate, because she loves chocolate. So we'll just say chocolate. And you can't taste the chocolate, but you're eating something because you just know you need it. And so she ended up eating more by not being able to taste or smell, trying to feel that void. Like you going to the electric chair, that's how I used to get a lot of times. Like I was going to the electric chair. I hope it comes back, Lou. I got lucky when I had COVID. I hardly had any. I mean, it was a very mild case. I got that shot, whatever it is, and or pill. Was it a pill or shot? Y'all know I can't remember nothing. And but I didn't lose smell, taste, nothing. Whew, I don't know about all that, Ann. Listen, I'm trying to talk to y'all over here, and then trying to read over here, and my eyes are getting all getting all blurry, looking at the screen. Oh, really, Deborah? See, if food didn't taste right, then maybe I wouldn't want it. But it tastes just fine. It tastes delicious. See, I didn't have none of that neither, Lou. I didn't hardly cough. I had a very mild case of it. Like a seal. All right, don't listen. There you go. Somebody get to talking. You will, Sylvia. You keep your head in the game. You do better than me. Do as I say, not as I do. But I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get my head back in the game because I have to. I don't have a choice. It's just I got off and I just kept going farther and farther and farther. And the farther you go, the harder it is. Like there's this hole. The farther down in that hole you go, the harder it is to dig your way out. Y'all know that. If you're just falling in the top little portion of the hole, let me turn that back on. Then you can just like fling your leg back over the side and crawl back on up. You're pretty good to go. But the farther and farther and farther down you get, you got to start digging and climbing and digging and climbing. And it's hard. It is hard to dig your way out of a hole when you get down in there. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm fighting to do it. Lou, girl, we gonna do it. Anybody else off track? We gonna do it. Oh, I like it. I made the one that I posted the other day. It's the one the nutritionist gave me to use my powder with. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm bad at drinking water. I think I got to have coffee all the time. It's a good way to use up those um, protein powders. Hmm. And skinny syrups, a good way to use those. I use some I made because she told me to utilize my protein supplements, meaning my protein bars and my protein shakes. She told me to utilize those to make sure I get my protein in. So this morning, I made me a protein shake because I was up at like, I can't remember if I was up at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, one of those. It was one of those. And I get hungry. I eat breakfast at 8, and I'm telling you what, I'm starving in between there. I can't wait that long. So I said, well, I'm going to make me a protein shake this morning, and I put me some s'mores skinny syrup in it in my vanilla shake. It was good. Spit that granola out, Lori. Spit it out. Ooh, Barb, congratulations. That's awesome. 20-pound charm, that's a good deal. Yeah, you just have to keep going. Do you have the s'more syrup, Denise? I know you have all the syrups. Do you have the s'mores? Oh, it's like one of my favorites. They're not horrible. Is that a meaning you'll drink them now, but you won't buy them again kind of deal? Well, that's good. Portion control. Oh, I need the butter pecan. Yes, I need that one. I need that one. Yeah, when it's all doctored up, Janice, it's got different flavors in it. It does taste bit different than just a plain old bowl of oatmeal. Y'all know how David eats his oatmeal? Let me just tell y'all. On a plate with a fork, salt and pepper and butter. That's it. I like my oatmeal with sugar and milk and butter in a bowl with a spoon. Well, I can, Jason, but I'm not supposed to. Which I'm telling you right now, I'm not going the rest of my life without eating grits. I was raised on grits. So I'm gonna eat grits. If I want grits, I'm gonna eat them. But I'm not supposed to be something I just like every day have grits. She told me, matter of fact, one of our visits, she's like, "What'd you have for breakfast?" I said I had um, 2 eggs and some grits, and I don't know if I had had a meat. I don't think I had had a meat. And she goes, Well, she said, if you're hungry, I would rather you have an extra egg, meaning 3 eggs, and skip the grits. That come from the nutritionist. If it's a lie, she told it, not me. Yeah, that's how David eats it. No, Allie, it's not. Grits and red eye gravy, girl. We had a restaurant up here called Grandma Shatley's, and when RJ was little, he called it Mama Shatley's because we call Mama. They made the best red eye gravy. Oh my gosh! Just give up. Just throw your hands up, Jason. Throw them up. That's what I said on my thing yesterday. Lies we tell ourselves is we have to be perfect. No, ma'am. No such a thing. No such a thing as perfection, and we quit telling ourselves that we have to be perfect. We don't have to be perfect in nothing in our life. Not saying you can't strive for bettering, doing the best you can do, but don't strive for perfection because you're going to be striving for something that does not exist. There ain't no such a thing, Denise. There just ain't no such a thing. Red eye gravy is made with your country ham drippings and coffee. I know it sounds terrible, but trust me, it's delicious. Yeah, that Ted eye gravy. Yes, it is about sustainability, something that you can live with. Well, hey, Miss Judy. But it's good on grits, Lori. Woo. Biscuits too. I miss a good biscuit. That's why I said I'm having taters, Allie. Taters is a carb, but it is there's so many health benefits to a tater that I'm not going to eat them every day. And when I make them for David, I'm not always going to have some. But if I want a bite of a tater, I'm going to eat a bite of a tater. Because low carb, surgery or not, if I'm not doing it every day over what I should be, I don't think it's going to hurt me. I mean, I'm not the doctor, but I just don't think it's going to hurt me. More potassium than a banana. I have said that on here more than once. You are correct. Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Denise. You come back next Friday. We will be here next Friday too. So you come back then. And thank you, Judy. It feels good. I'm glad I finally did it again. Now, see, I am not no sweet grits either. Sweet taters are very good for you. Yes, they are, and sweet taters is very good for you. But Lori, I have never had a sweet grit. A grit. You don't eat a grit. You know what I'm saying? I've never had sweet grits ever. Janice, you eat them sweet too? See, all y'all call her D. When I met her, she was Denise. So I can't call her D because I know her as Denise. She's Denise. And see, I'm just the opposite. I like them savory. Listen, I went to Bojangles here a while back because we do still eat out. I think at the time I might have picked my sausage off of my biscuit. I don't like doing that. I pass it across the table to the man. And I told David that morning, I said, well, do you want something? He didn't want no bow rounds. I said, well, you want some grits? You ain't had grits in a while. He goes, yeah, give me some grits. So I go up to the order and she goes, well, we don't have grits. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, we quit selling grits about a month ago. I'm like, the one morning my husband actually says he wants some grits and y'all ain't got no grits. She just starts laughing. I'm like, okay, then. French fries it is. Oh, well, I'm glad you got to come, Marcia. Lou, you better pipe down on that business. Don't like grits and you call yourself Southern. Listen, I love butter and sugar on rice. It's just like poor man's rice pudding, that's all. Yes, I should probably make those again, Allie, just to be honest with you. I think I made them back when we were on Nutrisystem. Oh, yeah, I like cheese grits too. Them's good. Oh, shrimp and cheese grits for dinner. Oh, can I come over? That's delicious. I love butter on crackers. Listen, when Holly was little, we would go, especially like to the fish camp. You could sit her in that little high chair, give her, the little cups of butter, like the country crock or whatever that they give you. You give her a little thing of butter, some Captain's wafers. Remember, you have to unwrap them yourself in her little high chair. She wouldn't bother you the whole meal. She would just be happy as a clam with her little butter and crackers. Butter, period. Yes, Anne. Oh my goodness. No, but I know people that do. Are you one of those? David puts it on his cantaloupe and his watermelon. Oh, I've heard of butter and rice, but never with strawberry preserves. I liked it, Allie. I liked it. If my doctor hadn't have told me to stop, I probably would have kept on doing it because I had actually lost 14 pounds. However long I had been on it when she told me to stop, I had lost 14 pounds. Yes. I like the food. The food tasted good to me. I had my system down pat. So when I did my flex meals, meaning those were the meals I eat on my own, I had those down. I knew how many smart carbs and what smart carbs, power fuels. I knew all that. I had it down to a science. And she told me stop. No, no processed foods. No preservatives. That's what she says. No preservatives, processed foods. She made me stop. That got me off of that mojo. So I would have still been doing it. I know, Terry. Isn't that crazy? Good grief, Barb. Becky, I know where you was. You was out drinking one for the verdict. That's what you was doing. Are you glad it's over so now you can get back to normal life? Yeah, see that the only bad thing about it is it is expensive, Allie. It's expensive, but like David said, if it's going to help you and it's going to get you to lose the weight and get you to where you need to be, then it'll be worth it. So, hey, Whitney. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I'm glad they found him guilty. I know that. Ooh, now I like sugar in my cornbread, Susie. No sugar on my grits, but sugar in my cornbread. I do like that. I could go for a cake of cornbread. Let me just tell you, that's one of them things that I have to really watch myself if I don't portion it, stick it in the freezer, or do something with it. Because cornbread and milk, I can eat a foot tub full. Yeah, I can see that, Terry. That would be a little, the sweetness would probably be better not in the dressing. Oh, that sounds like a what is it that oh bye Jason. I'm glad you got to stop by. Tell Michelle hey. Like a noodle kugel. Noodle kugel. I've never had a noodle kugel. Okay, Susie. Well, I'm glad you got to stop by. Did you get the before you go, did you get the high wind advisory over in your part of the county? Did it mess up you going out, Lori? Did it mess up your going off? Oh, oh, mine ain't started yet. Has yours? Listen, I got this over here. I was going to show y'all. Me and my mama went to this place. It's a little variety store, and they get, I guess, closeouts and stuff like some out of date food. Which some of that don't bother me. It's got enough preservatives in it. It ain't going nowhere. But they had a ton of candy. I did good. I didn't get none of it. Well, I lie. I did get a little bag of Hershey's no sugar added little Hershey bars, and I bought RJ some stuff and actually put it in his bag, so he's got my no sugar added. He messaged me. He goes, "We saw that and we're thinking that's got to be Mama's." I'm like, "Yeah, I sure didn't get it for you because you ain't gonna eat it." Um, okay, well, Allie, thank you for coming. You have a good day too. And so here either Susie. So I took Mom out there. She hadn't ever been, and I found this. Look at this Woodstock. Look at this cool peace sign that goes on it. You take it off to spray it. I don't know who makes it. It's a eau de parfum. It was $2.50 and it smells so good. But as soon as I saw the package, the box, which is in my junk journal, by the way, I deconstructed the box and I made a page of it in my junk journal. I knew I had to have it. And somebody had opened one up and I smelled it. I had to have it. So I thought I wanted to show you that since it was not on my haul. I didn't do a haul for, what I bought. Wet snow. 8 to 12 more inches? Good grief. Well, bye, Barb. It was nice chatting with you. What you staking out, Becky? What you gonna stake out for? You looking for something particular? Well, Becky, you got to find something to watch now that the trial's over. Psst, somebody say something. Yeah, I've watched him. Oh, listen, I could go every single day. I could shop every single day of my life. I, honest to goodness, could. I absolutely love shopping. Thrift stores and Dollar Tree. Becky, I think you're the one that sent him to me. I'm pretty sure. Yes, and we've been doing them. This is like what is this our third one? Friday at 1. That seems to be a good time. So knock on wood, I plan on being back here next Friday at 1. I used to do that, Whitney. I used to sell stuff on eBay, but I'm to the point right now I don't want to fool with it. I mean, I got the scales, I got everything. I mean, I had it set up. I was doing good, but then I quit, and I just don't really. I would like to, because then I could buy more. I could shop more, and then I had to find somewhere in my house to put it. But I don't want to. At this point in my life, I just don't want to bother with it. It would make me money to be able to shop more, but I don't have a working knowledge of what is valuable. You know what I mean? Oh, has he, Ann? What does he sell? Oh, Mary. Well, Whitney, I just buy what I like. Um, that's what I. Oh, okay, cool. I just buy what I like, and what seems like it's a good deal. And I don't know. That's what I was saying on my video. Me and Holly were laughing about it today. I think I said it on yesterday's video. I was looking at the different things I have decorated in my house, and I told David, I said, "Yeah," I said, "there's as many ways of decorating in this house as I have personalities." And he goes, "Yeah, every one of them's decorating a different spot." Yeah, you can go around my house and say, "Well, there is um Susan. She decorated that, and let's say Whitney decorated that, and oh, Kim got that one." Because my house does not match. No. Uh, okay, Deborah, I'm glad you stopped by. Yeah, when you find them, Becky, you better grab them. Hudson Hobby of Music. That's cool. Lord, no, she wouldn't do that, Whitney. She would be like, I can't do that. On his way to Daytona. Oh. Well, bye, Miss Lou. Thanks for being my bouncer. Didn't have to bounce nobody out at all. Everybody behaved. Bye to you too, Donna. You have a good weekend. Oh, he would love to go to Wanda's, and she has a lot of records. He would probably get lost in there looking for some to sell. Bye, Judy. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, we've been on here almost an hour and a half. I guess we all should probably say bye. When you get to talking, it just flies by. You don't really feel like you've been talking that long, do you? Oh, bike week. I got you. Does he ever go to bike week at Myrtle Beach? Listen, we probably should all go and find something to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I do. I got to pick up a. Okay, so get this. I buy all that meat on sale yesterday and forget to buy a hamburger for supper tonight. So I put in a Walmart order. Yes, I did. Just threw some things in the buggy. I'm going to go pick it up at 4 o'clock. It really is, Ann. Bye, Julie. Bye, Antonia. Okay, I'm going to say bye, too. Hour and a half. That's way plenty long to be chit-chatting. So I'm glad y'all came. I had a good time talking to y'all. Anybody got anything to say? Oh, well, have fun, Ann. Oh, Matilda. I love that movie. Yes, I'm glad all y'all caught me. Ooh, some unboxing videos. Fun. Y'all have a good week too. Yep, there you go. Everybody's heading out. So y'all know I love you. And I thank you for stopping by. And I shall see you tomorrow for meal prep. How about that? Okay. Bye, y'all.